My scripture reading this morning is taken from the book of James. It's the second chapter and the 20th verse. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? Faith without works is dead. You have faith, but if you don't work the faith that you have, there is no demonstration. You see, there are masses of people that believe that there is a God. But the difficulty is they believe that there is a God, but they're not doing anything to bring that power of God into manifestation. I want to tell you this morning that you can, in a sense, have God appear, but not in your heart. Not in your heart. And so if you have faith, then you must do the work that will demonstrate, that will manifest the faith that you have in God that is within you. We believe and we've taught and we've heard that God can do all things. Well, if God can do all things, then where is this God that can do all things? And all the things that you desire, you are lacking in your life. And there are many saying that if God can do it for them, why can't God do it for me? I believe in God. You're not demonstrating your faith. It's like sitting down in a chair or on the couch waiting for something to happen, not realizing and understanding that you have the power within you to make it happen. Where's God? Did not the master teacher teach that Jesus or the kingdom is within you? If the kingdom be within you, then where's God? In his kingdom. And his kingdom is within you. And so, by your faith, the works that you do is bring forth that consciousness and that spirit of God within you. You should know them by their works. You see, folks can walk around, there are folks walking around professing that they know God and they believe in God, but they're not demonstrating it. They're not producing or manifesting any works that confirms that they truly know God. I shared this with you, some of you, once before. Not going to go into a lot of detail, but there was a group of us taking a class from a teacher that was a metaphysical teacher, uh, spiritual teacher, so to speak. And she was teaching a class on prosperity. And you know, from prosperity, that means that now you're being taught how to manifest and to bring into your life all the good that you desire. Well, as a group of us was sitting on the church step waiting for her to come and unlock the church doors, all of a sudden we heard all of this noise, this banging and clacking and clanking coming around the corner. This car pulled up in front of the church. We trying to figure out if somebody's got some heart problems that truly needs to be taken care of. Well, lo and behold, it was the teacher coming to teach prosperity. Well, the demonstration was that she was not demonstrating or manifesting that which she had come to teach. How you're going to teach people about prosperity and you've driving a car that's falling apart? You see, the two didn't go together. She had it all up in her head, but she was not manifesting it out in her life. So when we talk about faith, we have to be able to walk the walk and demonstrate that which we know to be the truth. And it is only by going within to the kingdom that is within you and bring forth the power of the Spirit that is within you. Now, let me just say something that I've said in the past many times, and I'll continue to say it. There are masses of people that believe in God, and they want God to bless them, but they don't want God in their business. They don't want God to be a part of their everyday life. They only want God to be there when they need him. And so they end up denying the very presence, the very power that is within them. You can deny God, but that doesn't mean that you can separate yourself from God. If you were able to separate yourself from God, where would you be? You won't be here because God is the very life that maintains and sustains your physical body. There would be no you. there will be no them or they. And yet there are the masses that go through life saying, I don't need God. Well, thank God that God is a loving God. And God has not turned away from us like there are those that have turned away from him. And by the Spirit of God that is within you, by that presence that permeates every fiber of your being, it should say something to you that God has not abandoned you, cannot abandon you, because all that God is right there within your physical body. We can never be separated from the source. Only in thinking, but God still is. You went to sleep last night. A lot of things happened while you were asleep, when you were defenseless, unconscious, not knowing what's happening or going on around you or in you. But something allowed you to wake up this morning. Something allowed you to wake up this morning, heart beating, breathing, getting up, getting ready to go to do whatever it is that you have to do by the grace and the power of God. And yet we look outside of ourselves for that which we think we need to maintain and sustain us. Our faith in the source that is have become so weak, so brittle, that we look to the things of the world to validate our being. Brothers and sisters, if you open up your eyes and your mind, you will see that the physical and material things of the world soon pass away. They are not everlasting. Only the Spirit of God within you that maintains and sustains every fiber of your being. Your faith is that which determines the outcome of your life. What you're going to have, what you're not going to have, what you can be, and what you cannot be. So if we're going to continue this path of spiritual growth and unfoldment, believing with faith and trust that God is within us and that God can do all things in and through us, then we must do the work. We must do the work. There are some folks that's not present here this morning that in those early years used to say to me, Reverend Jackson, you walk your talk. And what they were saying is the things that I talked about, the things that I preached about, I did everything that I could do to the best of my ability to live those truths. That is the work. You have to live what you believe, what you know to be the truth. You have to live your faith. Otherwise, faith without works is dead. No meaning, no power, no nothing. And there are so many folks that don't even believe in themselves. And they go through life hoping, and in a sense, praying that things will get better, failing to realize that they have the power within them to make it better. I'm a living witness to it. And so I share with you the truth of what faith can do in you, through you, if you do the work. Don't just keep it up here. Bring it down to your heart. And from your heart, you work. You work that which you believe and know to be the truth. Demonstration. Without demonstration, you can't convince nobody that you're capable of doing anything. You see, you can't go to your job and tell the man that's going to hire you that you're good at computers. If you can't demonstrate that you're good at computers, just saying that you are, and you can't manifest or demonstrate the work, you don't have a job. Nobody's going to believe that you're a computer expert if you can't demonstrate. So as you walk this path, on this path, seeking spiritual unfoldment, whatever little bit, whatever little bit that you have of faith, use it to demonstrate the work. Let your work testify to the faith that you have within you. Many, many years ago, if you've probably heard, if you read the scripture, if your faith is the size of a mustard seed, you can move the mountains. You can speak to this mountain and say, be thy removed to yonder place. That's a scripture in the Bible. Well, in those early years, I just knew I had a whole lot of faith. I believed in God and all of this other kind of stuff, everything. I was a faithful guy. I mean, I had the power of God. They say, shucks. I just believed. I believed. My faith was big as a oak tree. And one day on the job, the lady bought in a mustard seed. And she said to me, Is your faith greater than the size of this mustard seed? I was shocked. I was shocked that my faith was not as great as the size of a mustard seed. Now, if you're able and happen to come into a mustard seed, look at how small it is. And then realize that if your faith is the size of a mustard seed, how great that power is within you to do and accomplish anything that you set your mind to. They say the mustard seed is the smallest of all seeds that there is. And I was having some things, I was going through some things, and I was wondering why my faith wasn't manifesting the things that I was seeking to do. And then I realized my faith was not as strong, was not as big as I thought it was. That's why things wasn't happening. And so I said to myself, I got to pick up the pieces here and strengthen myself because I want my faith to be bigger than the size of a mustard seed. Now I don't want to go out there and move in the mountains and all of that other kind of stuff, move the Allegheny Mountains and the Smoky Mountains. I don't want to do all of that, but I want to remove all of those challenges and things that are in my path. Those are the things that I want to move out of the way so that I can see clearly ahead as to where I'm going. I don't want any obstructions in my path. But now that I know that faith must be accomplished, accomplished with works, I know what I have to do. I know what I have to do and need to do to remove those obstacles that are in my path. I know what I have to do to bring more abundance and success into my life. I have to do the work. I have to have more than just faith. I have to be able to do the work that will bring into manifestation. And the beauty thing about it is that we are not alone in doing what it is that we need to do, that which we must do, that which we want to do, because within us is the power of God. It is the great I am within you. And as I've said so many times, when you affirm the truth of your being, I am, with conviction and with authority, it is the power of God within you. Whatever it is that you add to I am in reference to yourself will manifest and demonstrate in your life. But I say to you, be aware of what you add to I am in reference to yourself. Because I am is the power of God within you. And whatever it is that you are asking I am to demonstrate in your life, it will come to be. Faith without works is dead. Let your faith and your work become one. Join them together. God bless. Namaste.